Welcome to NHL Draft Pros. On today's video, we're going to take a look at Carter Yakemchuk. He's an offensive defenseman with some great hands and a heavy shot from the point. So stick around and let's see what makes Carter Yakemchuk one of the top prospects for the 2024 NHL Draft. And if you want to see some scouting reports on other prospects, head to NHL Draft Pros on YouTube. I have a bunch there and more to come in the near future. And can you please subscribe? Hit that like button. We're approaching 7,000 subscribers, so please join the club. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Carter Yakemchuk. He plays in Calgary in the WHL. He's 6'3", 194s. He shoots right, and he's a defenseman, and they are coveted big time in the NHL. And if we look at his draft rankings, NHL Central Scouting has him at number 6 for North American skaters. McKeen's Hockey at 11. TSN Bob McKenzie at 12. The Hockey News has him the lowest at 27. So a little mix here in terms of the rankings. All right, let's check out his points and check this out. 71 points in 66 games as a defenseman in the WHL. And look at this, 30 goals. Let me talk about that in 1 second. So the 71 points, that brings him at number 5 on the entire WHL points for defensemen this year. That's pretty impressive company. But look at this. The goals, 30 goals. That's top in the entire league for all D. So yes, he can wire a puck, and you're going to see that in a few minutes. So as always, we're going to check out his skating, his shooting, his passing, his puck control, his compete level and defensive play, and what he needs to improve upon. So the first thing is his skating. You're going to see he's a decent skater for a big kid. For a player his size, he takes a little to get going, but once he is moving, look at that. His top speed is really good. So watch this. Look at him. Just catching up in the play here. And doesn't make it back on time, but still some pretty nice skating right there. Like I said, his and look at the lateral, the crossovers are really good. Once he gets going, like his top speed is really good. He has decent edge work and uses it efficiently to evade checkers. You can see that in a second. But he could use some work on his acceleration and his stops and starts. But you know what? He's big. He's 6'3", 200 pounds basically. Watch this one here. You're going to see that edge work there? Look at that. Not bad, little spinorama. And then he buries the backhand. So the edge work is nice. Just a little bit, needs a little more explosiveness, a little bit more acceleration. All right, his shooting. Yep. When you get 30 goals in a dub, you can definitely shoot a puck. Watch this one. Boom! Ha, ha, ha. Woo! The big cannon from the shot. Yes, Yakemchuk can shoot a puck. He's got a great shot. And he also has deception that he uses to release it. He uses this deceptive drag release shot. You're going to see it right here. Watch this little release there. Nice, eh? Yeah, so he's really good at finding open lanes and getting pucks on net. And he has a really hard slap shot and wrist shot and snapshot, I guess. The works. Like his shooting is obviously one of the top things in his arsenal and his scoring arsenal. But watch this. This is the drag release there. See how he just kind of holds it 1 second there? So he's got that nice drag release. He uses this a lot. And a lot of his goals are exactly like this, where he just kind of waits a second and then boom, he just buries it top cheese. So yeah, Carter Yakemchuk, he can shoot a puck. Check that out right there. Now, passing. So he's a really good passer, and he also, what he does is uses his deking. Look at that. He uses his stick handling to get open. So that's the one thing that is really good with Yakemchuk. He uses that puck control skill to create time and space for his teammates by drawing the opposition towards him, and then that allows for his teammates to get open. Then he dishes it off for the scoring chances. And he sees the ice really well, which also helps, right? Like, look at that. That's a nice, almost no-look pass right there. So again, using his stick handling skills. So look at this, little stopping right there. And then dishes it off for his teammate in the slot there. That's a nice goal. And Greenway buries it right there. Look at this. Boom. So yeah, Yakemchuk's got good hockey IQ. Sees the ice well. So again, look at that. Nice little deke. So again, using his puck handling skills to create time and space for his players. So that allows his teammate to get open there. and then he buries it. When you get 71 points, like I said, he's got 30 goals, 40-something assists, 41 assists. He can dish a puck. All right, the puck control. This is where the magic happens. Yakemchuk, look at that. Dekes out one guy, dekes out this guy, and then backhand roof. So many highlights of Yakemchuk just dangling players left and right. Like, look at that. Like, just turns that guy inside out, and then that backhand upstairs. That's impressive. Short side, too. Wow. Now, watch this one here. This is one of my favorite ones. Look at this. And then he goes short side upstairs. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Give the team a chance. Give the opposition a chance. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, and then... Yeah, he's got a lot of highlights. I only have time for a few on here, but like he's got the hands of a forward. Let's just put it that way. His stick handling skills are off the charts. He's just got and he's big and he's got that reach. And he's got that patience. Like, look at this, right through the legs. Yep, and then just wires a top shelf. When you got a combo of stick handling skills and a deadly shot, you're going to be a problem for goaltenders and opposition, basically. And that's exactly what Yakemchuk is. Like, look, right over the head. That's that spot, eh? You put it right near their shoulders, basically. The goalie, they have a hard time controlling that. All right, so now, compete level in defense. Yakemchuk plays on the edge. Let's just put it that way. He's a look at this. Look at this. Look at, he stays with this guy, pushes him against the board, and guess what? They get the puck back. So I love that play right there. That kind of shows his defensive play. This one here, again, using his big body to separate players from pucks and get the puck back. Look at that, and then uses his stick. So he does play a physical game, sometimes too physical, where he got into penalty trouble. Watch that hole. Look at that hit. He had a lot of penalties this season, and not from fighting, we'll say. So he works well along the wall, like you saw, and is good at separating players from the puck because of his size. But look at that. Drops the shoulder on that player. And these open ice hits, he's good at that. Uses his stick. Look at that. Got the puck away, and then bang. All right. What he needs to work on. So there's a few things that Yakemchuk. So this play here, he pinched. And look at odd man rush, 3-on-1. And all because Yakemchuk pinched. So sometimes he gets a little anxious to do the offensive things. This one here, he's kind of just watching, lets that his player go, and guess what? His player scores. So defensively, he's got to work on some things. Now, another thing is that sometimes he gets pressured. He gives up the puck. So that one right there, see, felt the back pressure and kind of gave up the puck. Same thing here. He's going to feel the pressure, and then he's just going to kind of rim it. Yeah, so a few things he needs to work on, but we'll go over that right now. So his strengths, offensive upside, obviously 71 points as a defenseman in 66 games, 30 goals. So his shot, his stick handling, really, really good for a defenseman. Like I said, probably the best hands, him and Zane Parekh, best hands in this draft for sure. And then his compete and his physicality. He's not afraid to muck it up in the corners, separating players from pucks, which is really good, what you want to see from a defenseman. Sometimes gets into some penalty trouble, gets a little too aggressive, but I don't mind that. And then the other things that he needs to work on is defensive play. He seems to, looking for offense first, but sometimes you got to drop back a little bit. So, you're giving up odd man rushes. His skating, his acceleration, his explosiveness, he's got to work on that a little bit, get a little quicker feet. But once he gets going, his top end speed is really good. And then the penalties is what I talked about, sometimes getting a little too rough, getting a little too anxious. But, I don't mind that from a player. I'd rather that than being too passive. But ranking-wise, I got a mid-first. He could fall anywhere between, 12 and 20-ish. But you never know. The NHL love big right-handed D, and he falls that mark. So we'll see what happens with that come draft time. And that's it for Carter Yakemchuk. And can you please subscribe, hit that like button? I'd really appreciate it. And we'll see you soon. Cheers.